The Power of Now, A Transformative Journey by Clover Bliss, *. Introduction. In a world filled with distractions, deadlines, and endless mental noise, many of us live in a constant state of stress and unease. Our minds oscillate between past regrets and future anxieties, rarely allowing us to experience the profound peace that exists in the present moment. We spend our days replaying old wounds, worrying about what's to come, or distracting ourselves to escape the discomfort of simply being. But what if the key to true happiness has been with us all along, hidden in plain sight? What if we could find peace, clarity, and joy, not in some distant future, but right here, right now? Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now serves as a profound spiritual guide, teaching us how to break free from the cycle of mental suffering and awaken to a life of presence. At its core, this book reveals a simple yet transformative truth. The past and future are illusions created by the mind, and the only moment that truly exists is now. By learning to quiet our thoughts, detach from our ego, and surrender to the present, we open the door to deep inner peace and fulfillment. This journey is not merely about mindfulness. It is about awakening to an entirely new way of being. It is about releasing the unnecessary burdens we carry, stepping beyond fear and pain, and embracing the infinite potential that resides in the present moment. Now, let us explore the profound wisdom of the power of now and uncover how its teachings can transform our lives. Hashtag the power of presence. One of the most powerful revelations in the power of now is the realization that most of us are not truly living. Instead, we are merely existing, trapped in an endless loop of thoughts, worries, and distractions. Our minds are conditioned to resist the present moment, pulling us either into the past or the future. We replay painful memories, hold onto old wounds, and project our fears onto an imagined future. But what if we could break free from this mental prison? Tolle teaches that the first step toward true enlightenment is recognizing that we are not our thoughts. Instead, we are the silent observer behind them, the pure consciousness that exists beyond the mind's constant chatter. When we learn to witness our thoughts without attachment, we begin to understand their fleeting nature. Thoughts come and go like passing clouds, but our true essence, the awareness that observes them, remains unchanged. This realization allows us to step out of compulsive thinking and into a state of presence, where peace and clarity reside. Tolle's message is simple yet profound. Backhand index pointing right, happiness is not something we need to chase. It is already here, in this very moment, waiting to be discovered. ****. Hashtag the illusion of time. One of the greatest obstacles to living in the present is our deep-rooted belief in time. We have been conditioned to think that happiness exists somewhere in the future, after we achieve a certain goal, acquire success, or resolve all our problems. But this is a never-ending chase. The more we seek happiness in the future, the more it eludes us. Similarly, many of us carry the weight of the past, reliving painful experiences, holding on to grudges, and allowing past mistakes to define us. But Tolle reminds us that the past no longer exists, except as a mental construct in our minds. The only thing that is real, the only moment that truly is now. By shifting our focus away from past and future and into the now, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary suffering. When we fully embrace the present, we discover a sense of joy that is independent of external circumstances. Tolle encourages us to ask ourselves, heavy checkmark, am I carrying pain from the past that no longer serves me? Heavy checkmark, am I postponing my happiness for some future event that may never come? Heavy checkmark, what would happen if I let go of time and simply existed in this moment? The answers to these questions can lead to a profound shift in how we experience life. Breaking free from the ego and the pain body ***. Another fundamental teaching of the power of now is the concept of the ego. The ego is the voice in our heads that constantly seeks validation, control, and identity. It thrives on comparison, judgment, and attachment. It convinces us that we are defined by our successes, failures, roles, and possessions. But this false sense of self is what leads to suffering. Tolle also introduces the concept of the pain body, an accumulation of past emotional wounds that influences our present emotions and behaviors. The pain body feeds on negativity, seeking conflict and drama to sustain itself. It resurfaces in moments of anger, sadness, and resentment, tricking us into identifying with our pain rather than witnessing it as a separate entity. By observing the ego and pain body without identifying with them, we begin to dissolve their hold over us. We move from being controlled by our thoughts and emotions to simply witnessing them as passing phenomena. This awareness is the key to inner freedom. Tolle teaches us that. Lightbulb asterisk, we are not our past, our thoughts, or our pain. We are the awareness behind them. Asterisk. The power of surrender. Many of us resist life circumstances, believing that we must always be in control. However, resistance only creates more suffering. Tolle teaches that surrender does not mean giving up, it means accepting the present moment as it is, without mental resistance. When we stop fighting reality and instead embrace it, we find a deep sense of peace. Challenges may still arise, but they no longer consume us. We handle them with clarity and wisdom, rather than fear and frustration. Surrendering to the present moment allows us to trust the flow of life. Instead of being trapped in a cycle of worry and resistance, we open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that exist in the now. Tolle reminds us, Dove, asterisk, whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Asterisk, stillness, mindfulness, and awakening asterisk asterisk. True peace is found in stillness. In a world that is constantly moving, we rarely take the time to simply be. Yet, it is in these moments of silence, when we let go of thought and simply experience existence, that we connect with our true essence. Practicing mindfulness means bringing our full attention to the present moment. Whether we are eating, walking, listening, or simply breathing, we can cultivate awareness by fully immersing ourselves in what we are doing. Through mindfulness, we awaken to the beauty and depth of life that we often overlook. The journey of awakening is not about changing who we are, but about realizing who we have always been, beyond thought, beyond ego, beyond time. It is about reconnecting with the pure, boundless awareness that lies beneath all mental noise. Conclusion asterisk asterisk. The wisdom of the power of now is life-changing. It teaches us that peace and happiness are not external goals to be achieved but are already within us, waiting to be discovered in the present moment. By quieting the mind, detaching from the ego, and surrendering to life as it unfolds, we unlock a profound sense of inner peace and freedom. Living in the now is not just a practice, it is a way of being. When we embrace the present, we awaken to a deeper, richer, and more meaningful existence. This is the power of now. This is the key to true happiness.